We've had the cattle business in our blood for as long as I can remember. My sister and brother and I would be the 5th generation to reside there in Clark County, Ohio. We bought 2 bred Angus heifers in 1953, and from that built a cow herd. We really enjoyed feeding steers and working with cows. And then when I went to Ohio State University, I had the opportunity to work in the beef barns there. And during my senior year, through performance in livestock judging competition, things this way, I was invited to interview for different places, different positions to do a master's degree, and ended up deciding to stay at Ohio State and did a master's there in animal breeding and genetics. And during that period of time, I also got acquainted with Dr. Nelson, Dr. Ritchie at Michigan State, and they encouraged me after I finished my master's there to go to Michigan State to do a PhD. And I did that, and after I completed that, there was a job opening there to set up a commercial cow-calf enterprise educational program for northern Michigan, northern Wisconsin, and northern Minnesota. It was a very successful project, helped stimulate beef cattle production on that. And after that, in 1971, we had the opportunity to move back to campus. And I had always really enjoyed teaching and being an assistant in classes, helping coach judging teams and things like that. So I had the opportunity then to come back to campus, and we started advising students and assuming the leadership for the teaching program there. It's been an exciting time for me to be in the beef industry from the standpoint of the careers that we've had, watch the type changes that have occurred, and then the increased use of technology. Now with EPD's genomic profiling, there will be even more exciting changes in the future, open AI, embryo transfer. I had the opportunity to see all of those come into play, and it's been really an exciting and fun time to be involved. In 1956, it was my first trip to the Chicago International with my parents, and going into the old Stockyards Inn and seeing the portraits of some of the founders of the Chicago stockyards, some of the breeders, some of the educators, people that we had read about and heard about, and seeing their portraits there really made an impression upon me. And to think now that I've been able to put together a career that made me eligible to be for consideration for that type of award, and then to actually be selected for it, because it's such a distinct honor. There are so many deserving people that we have in the industry, and yet only a few will have the opportunity to have their portraits honored, because it's one of the most important traditions that we have, and it's so unique. It is the largest collection of quality portraits devoted to one industry in the world, and to become part of that is just an unimaginable event. I'd like people to know that I truly love the livestock industry and the people involved in the livestock industry. I think our seed stock breeders are really an exciting, fascinating group of people to know. They're innovators, they're creative, and that sort of thing. And the fact that I've had the opportunity to impact several thousand students through classroom activities and maybe change their lives and help make their path a little easier. If I can be remembered as a teacher that impacted students, that provided some mentorship and had a love for the livestock industry and its people, that's probably all I can ever hope for.